Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on, I got an old standby. Hang on. Oh boy, that's a good cup of coffee. I like this brand of coffee. Yes, Dunkin' Donuts right here, and I'm getting low. I gotta get another big bag. I usually get these at Sam's Club, and I don't know, $16, $17 for a 45-ounce bag. This is their original blend. Boy, this is just terrific coffee. Really a real favorite, I keep large bags of this on hand. Love Dunkin' Donuts. And my coffee mug this morning is End of the Commons General Store, Ohio's oldest general store located in Mesopotamia, Ohio. So if you are doing a one-tank trip, you're on the road, and you happen to be in Mesopotamia, Ohio, stop in. It's a really neat place. Very eclectic. A lot of really neat stuff there. And speaking of driving, if I'm with you on your morning commute, hey, thanks very much for the ride. I really do appreciate it. Boy, we got a lot of great stuff this morning. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. And you know what? Let's just get right to the morning shaving tip. Okay, so this morning's viewer shaving tip comes from viewer Fernie Beck. And he writes, "Hi Mark, really enjoying your Monday morning videos. Very entertaining and informative." Thanks very much, Fernie. I really do appreciate it. Here's my tip. If you're experiencing water running down your arms and dripping onto the floor while shaving, buy a pair of sweatbands for arms, the type used by tennis and basketball players. The result is dry floors in the bathroom and no more swabbing the deck. They're inexpensive, $5 a pair at your local sports shop. I have several pairs as they take time to dry. If you want to save money, just cut the tops off of a pair of your dad's socks. Kidding, he adds. He's just kidding. Thanks for all the helpful videos and look forward to your next one. Fernie Beck. Thanks very much, Fernie. That's a really neat tip. Thanks also for including the photograph. Really do appreciate it. And you know what? It's something that I'm going to look into as well. I think it's just a great idea. So if you have problems with water running down your arms, splashing around, that sort of thing, that may just be the trick. So thanks very much. A really neat tip. And to say thanks, Fernie, for you and only you, an original George sketch. So all you need to do is email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. I believe Fernie already sent me his snail mail address enclosed in the email that he sent me. We will get this off to you ASAP, Fernie, so thanks very much for the tip. And if you out there would like an original George sketch, just email me a shaving tip at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it in the morning viewer shaving tip, you too will receive a original George sketch. So thanks very much, Fernie. Really do appreciate the tip. So again, I hope you're enjoying a morning cup of coffee with me. Boy, there's nothing better, huh? Great shave and a great cup of coffee. Boy, that's just fantastic. And speaking of coffee, have you had your second cup yet? Well, if not, let's go back for a refill. Okay, a couple of topics this morning in the refill from viewer Bob LaRoe. Now, last week, Bob shared with us in the new gear segment the new King C. Gillette razor stand that's available on Amazon. And he wrote me and said, "Hi, Mark, I told you about the new razor holder. I got one from Amazon Vine, and here's my review." And he very kindly included his review in his email. I will link to the review. I linked it last week, but I wanted to make you aware of it again this week so you can see it and kind of get his opinion on it. Let me give you some highlights from his review. He says, "I'm pretty certain there is no shaving accessory remotely like this holder base. It is different from any razor holder I have ever seen. Although designed for the King C Gillette razor, any razor will nicely rest on the top indentation. He goes on to say, inside is a mirror, which makes it useful for travelers. It will fit in a dop kit, and spaces to store about 30 wrapped blades, but not the boxes. Hey, that's kind of neat. That really is. I saw that in the photos last week. So yeah, you could travel with it. That's not bad. That is really kind of neat. Extra bonus, it comes with 5 Super Gillette blue blades. So I'll link that review below also, so you can read it and also take a look at the product. I'll link the product as well. So thanks very much for that, Bob. But also, as a bonus to this week's refill, Bob also wrote and said, Mark, I took a look at Facebook Marketplace for vintage razors. Wow, there are a lot available and the prices seem reasonable. However, sometimes the descriptions are minimal. And then he goes on to say, Monday morning mailbag is always very helpful. Well, that's very helpful, Bob. Thank you very, very much. So if you are in the market for a vintage razor and you've been to eBay and that sort of thing, here's another source, another resource, Facebook Marketplace. Check it out. I went up there and I did some searches just on vintage razors. Yeah, there is a lot of offerings there. And he is correct. You're going to have to kind of see which ones have a more informed description than others. But yeah, you can find some really, really nice bargains up there if you look. I just looked around and I saw some nice pricing on some nice prices on some vintage razors up there. So thanks very much for that, Bob. Really, really do appreciate it. Hey, you need something new for your shaving den? It's time to check out some new shaving gear. Okay, in this morning's new shaving gear, we got a few things to talk about. First up is this email from viewer Rod Ripplinger, who wrote, the best bargain in soap is at Italian Barber. This stuff is awesome. Real boom lather, $10.99 for a 4-pack. He's referring to the Razorock What the Puck shaving soap variety value pack. You get 4 pucks of shaving soap for $10.99. And as you can see, you get the following scents: blue label, green label, gold label, and black label. These are Italian artisan soaps. They are triple milled. They are very hard. Now, I bought a 3-pack of What the Puck shave soap a few years back in different packaging, and the scent offerings were different. I got right here the Orange Sunrise and the Lime Burst. And as you can see, the packaging here is very different from what you saw in the photograph. And also the Blue Barbershop. And yeah, it's a very hard soap. It is triple milled. So you're going to have to load your brush a little longer and put some hot water on there to get things going. But boy, it makes a wonderful, satisfying lather. And you know, I've had it a couple years and the scent is still very present. I can still smell the lime there. And I'm assuming that if I put some hot water on here, it's just going to fill the den with that scent. I can't speak to what the scents currently are because they're really not descriptive. You'll probably have to drill down in the description or read some of the reviews to kind of get an idea of what those scents are. But if it's the same Italian artisan soap maker that I have here, it's wonderful. It is a very hard triple milled soap. And yeah, it gives great performance. So Razorock What the Puck shaving soap, variety value pack, $10.99. You get 4 for $10.99. I got 3 for $9.99. So for another buck, you're getting an extra puck of soap. That's great. So thanks very much for pointing that out, Rod. Really do appreciate that. Now that brings to mind a soap offering that I have seen on eBay thanks to Jim from Northfield. He very kindly sent me this TRA shave soap. Now you get 2 of these on this eBay listing, 2 of these for $7.75. That is 5.6 ounces. It's 11.2 ounces total for $7.75. This is a wonderful soap. This soap is a glycerin soap in the same spirit as the Colonel Kong soaps that you might see right here. See? Yeah. Got a beautiful honey and citrus scent. Love this scent. Love the lather that it makes. A nice change of pace from some of the artisan soaps that you might have, some of the other kind of soaps you might have. This is really nice. And again, if you're familiar with Colonel Kong's soaps, this is very, very similar to that. But boy, what a wonderful, wonderful scent this is. I really, really love this scent. And I've had this a while. And again, this is another one where the scent is very, very present. So yeah, terrific, terrific shaving soap. Again, my thanks to Jim from Northfield for sending it along and also pointing it out to me. I liked it so much. I went up and I bought a couple as well, and less than $8. So, check that out if you're looking for shave soap, or if you're looking for a gift to give somebody. You could buy a couple of these, keep one, and give one to the wet shaver in your life if you want to. Also, from viewer Richard Perlitz, I think, Perlicz. Richard, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. I'm going with Richard Perlitz. I hope that's correct. And he gave me a heads up regarding the Henson razor. It appears that it's gone up in price. And he writes about Henson, their prices seem to have jumped. I feel like it was $50 per razor plus free shipping when they started out. Now $70 plus $20 shipping. I guess I'm happy for them, but damn. Well, I have two Henson razors. I have the medium and I have the mild, and I bought these at $50 a piece, and I do believe I got free shipping on that. I'll have to check my records, but terrific, terrific razor. Really, really wonderful. The mild razor is a great daily shaver. I can use this every single day. It just gives such a wonderful, wonderful close shave. It's CNC machined out of aircraft quality aluminum and very, very precisely machined. I mean, the tolerances on this are so tight, and it gives such a great shave. The medium is a little more aggressive, and I don't use this one as often as I do the mild. So I'm going to have to start using this so I can report back my experiences with it, that sort of thing. I would say because of the price jump, you'll want to do your research a little more closely to find out which of these razors would be best suited for your skin and beard. I bought both to review both, and I need to review this a little more closely. I've used it, and it's a little more aggressive than the mild. It's a little more aggressive than the mild. I don't think this would be a daily shaver for me, but it's still a very, very good razor. Perhaps for some of you out there whose beard is a little more demanding, this would be a great daily shaver. Again, go to their website, read their information, and do your research on it. And I think because of the price jump, you'll have to do your research a little more closely. But yeah, this has been an absolutely wonderful razor. I am very, very happy that I got both of them. The mild has been a great, great daily shaver for me. And it's also really robust. I can throw this into a DOP kit and travel with this. Be a great, great travel razor. Also great for head shaves. This one has been great for head shaves. And I will start shaving with the medium a little more and report back to you on how this is doing. I don't think I've done a video review of this, so that's going to be on the list as well to do a video review of that. So thanks for the heads up on that, Richard. Really do appreciate it. And Rod, thanks for the heads up on the Shave Soap Variety Pack from Razorock, an Italian barber. Okay, let's get to some of these questions. The first one comes from a viewer named Silas, Cylais. Silas, I think is how it's pronounced. Anyhow, he writes, I have a question. What is the best double-edged safety razor? I would like to buy one or two and never worry again. I have a few potentials. The Mula Companion, the Gillette L1 Slim Adjustable, the Razorine, the Mercure Futur, the Mercure Progress. Could someone please give me some advice? I am pretty new to DE razors. Well, of those, I can tell you, I'm not too familiar with the Mula Companion, and I'm not too familiar with the Razorine that you mentioned. But the others, I have and I own, and they're all very, very good razors. Now, the short answer right off the bat, if I were to give you some advice and you're new to DE shaving and you want a good razor that is going to give you a great traditional wet shave, right off the bat of those, I would say go for the Gillette Slim Adjustable, absolutely, and also the Merkur Progress. And the reason is because these have that great traditional safety razor look. They're adjustable. You can find the proper level of aggression for your skin type and your beard type very easily. This is just from 1 to 9. I think this is just from 1 to 5, 1 to 6, something like that. This kind of clicks through the adjustments, so it's 1, 2, 3, nothing in between 2 and 3, just 1, 2, 3. No half steps is what I'm saying. The Progress is smooth adjustments, so you can go 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2, that sort of thing. Two-piece razor where you just undo there like that, loosen that up, and the cap comes off, the base plate stays on the handle, and everything goes back together very nicely. Very precisely made, beautifully chromed. A real throwback to the 1950s because of this ivory-colored knob. I don't think this has changed since they first introduced it, so it's got that nostalgic quality to it, as does the Gillette Slim from the 1950s and 1960s. This is a great razor. Twist to open like that. Again, it clicks through the adjustments very, very easily. You can find one of these at a really good price. They're mechanically very sound. Chances are they're going to be mechanically very sound. You can also get these replated and reworked a little bit. Mine was done by razorplate.com. Chris Evett did a wonderful job with it. And the other thing that I like is once you load the blade and close it, you give it that extra quarter turn and everything locks in place. So the blade is secure in this razor. The blade is secure in this razor. That's a big plus right there. So either of these, I think, would be a great choice to start out the traditional wet shave from the list that you've given. And I can tell you that while the Merkur Futur is a great, great razor, I think that for someone new to the wet shave, this would not be a very good choice. It's a good razor. I enjoy using it, but I think the razor head would be a little too large and cumbersome for someone new to the traditional wet shave. It handles a little differently. The smooth handle, I think, would be a little bit detrimental in trying to learn a traditional wet shave, whereas with the Gillette Slim, you got some great knurling, and with the Progress, you have some piping on the side, which also is very, very good, offers a very, very good grip. So I would think that, down the road, if you want to try this, that's fine, but it is pricey, it is rather expensive, and I think you can probably get a nice Slim at a good, reasonable price that's mechanically sound, and if you want to have it replated and spend a little additional money, you'll have a lifetime razor. And that's what I did, and this razor is going to last another lifetime because Chris Evett at razorplate.com did such a wonderful job in plating it. If you really, really want to try the Merkur Futur and not spend a lot of money, you can always get one of the clones, like the Q-Shave or the Vanderhagen that I've reviewed. It's, the same design, only it's cheaper. Instead of spending, $75, $80, $90 for this, depending on the plating, you can pick this up anywhere from $15 to $20 on Amazon and get a feel for what this razor head is like. So that's kind of my suggestions based on the list that you gave me. I would definitely go. Based on the razors that I've used from that list, I would definitely go with the Merkur Progress or the Gillette Slim adjustable, or both. I think both of these would be absolutely wonderful, great starting razors for you, especially since they're adjustable, and you can kind of find the perfect level of aggression, kind of the perfect shave for you just by adjusting through it. So yeah, those I think it would be, based on the list you gave, based on what I've used, those two I think would be absolutely perfect. Thanks for the question. I hope that helps. If any of the viewers out there have any suggestions for a good starter razor for someone new to the traditional wet shave, please let us know in the comments below. Or if you have any additional information regarding the Gillette Slim, the Merkur Progress, the Merkur Futur, or even the Razorine or the Mula Companion. If you have any information on that, please comment below and let Silas know. So thanks again for the question, Silas. I hope that helps. Okay, so this next email comes from viewer Gary, also known as GJC. And his topic heading is, just how to tighten the head without damaging and breaking threaded stem of top cap. He goes on to write, Mr. Zarady, maybe you or some viewers to Monday Morning Mailbag have answers to how precisely to tighten the head to the handle of a double-edged three-piece razor in order to avoid breaking the threaded stem from the top cap. A bit of reading through web searches shows that a common enough problem with three-piece DE razors is that over-tightening the handle to the head weakens the attachment of the stem to the top cap. Moisture and corrosion weaken the stem further, and eventually the stem of the top cap breaks. I wonder if anyone knows a precise way to measure or manage the handle-to-head tightening and avoid weakening and breaking due to over-tightening. I believe nobody wants to use a torque meter in order to use their razor. People just want to do their shave and not have to focus on so many technicalities. A few of us may struggle a bit between not tight enough and pure blade angle, allowing rough shave with some cuts, and damaging the razor by over-tightening. And it's signed Gary. Well, Gary, that's a really good comment, and I will throw it out to the viewers there. I can tell you that what I have done is I just snug it up as best I can. I don't really go to over-tightening. I just snug it up. Now, a lot of this discussion is an outgrowth, again, because of the situation I had with my Parker semi-slant. And as you can see, I am using a buffer ring there. Again, but I did mar a little bit of the base plate there when I first got this razor. And it could be because maybe I over-tightened it. I don't know. I don't think I did. I snugged it up, and I think that's just, that marring is just a product of the plating. I think it's just strictly cosmetic. It's not going to degrade anything. I think a lot of what is going on also with these stems and in over-tightening, I think is also materials. A lot of these razors are made out of zinc alloy, and perhaps that has something to do with it. Perhaps that material doesn't take the constant day in and day out strains and stresses of tightening and loosening and that sort of thing. Just a guess on my part. My understanding is that Zamac is a really robust material. It's cost effective. It's robust, which is why a lot of razor manufacturers use it. I also think that if you're getting a razor that's made completely of stainless, like the Envoy, boy, this is well made. The material is very, very robust. It's very, very precisely made. This one even has a countersink right there in the base plate, right there. Can you see that countersink right there? That is such a nice touch. And the head is so well machined here. I can't see this thing wearing down or breaking. I can't even see this as offering an opportunity to over tighten because of the precise machining that it's gone through. It just seems that when you attach, and you can see this little recess cut into the neck here, right there. It fits into the countersink in the base plate. When you just load a blade and you put that in, you know that everything tightens up correctly. You don't have to, you don't go any further. You know that it's there. It's locked in, so to speak. Yeah, that is really a nice feature of that. Kind of the same thing with the Icon X3 slant. This one here, this is an aluminum head, and again, I believe it's very, very robustly machined. And let me get this apart here for you. very robustly machined. And I looked at this, I couldn't believe it was aluminum. I thought it was stainless at first, but very robustly machined. Look how thick that base plate is there. And it also has like a built-in buffer ring there in the base, right there. So yeah, this goes together very nicely. And I can't see this being over tightened to where it's going to snap off or break, anything like that. I mean, I think a lot of it, this is just a guess on my part, and I invite the viewers to comment below, share their experiences and their thoughts and their opinions on this. But I just think it's a material plays a big, big part in the longevity of the razor and that threaded stud, that threaded stem there that's on those cap plates. That's kind of the way I look at it. But yeah, I think that's a great point of discussion. How not to over tighten, but to secure a three-piece razor, secure the blade in place so you're going to get a good shave. As I say, I'm just snugging up and everything just seems to snug up nicely. I don't believe I ever over tighten. Now, again, I did not over tighten on the semi-slant. I think it was just a little cosmetic marring when I was just snugging it up a little bit. I don't know how that happened, but I am using that little buffer ring that I got from Phoenix Shaving, and all is well. But yeah, even on the Henson, let me show you the Henson. Even the Henson, all aluminum. This one has a little thrust bearing in there, right there, in the base plate, so that again, it's going to be difficult to over tighten this thing and do any damage. Right there, boom. It's all set. If a blade was in there, it would just stop, and I would snug it up. It will stop, and it's ready to go. I just think it's the material, it's the machining, it's the precision of it. I think that has something to say as to whether or not you're going to be tightening it correctly or snugging it up correctly. That's just kind of my hunch on it. I don't think I've ever experienced over tightening a razor and doing any kind of damage like that. I think these are all robustly made. I think the materials are all very, very good. Now, again, if you want to avoid all that, then get a good twist to open like the Gillette Slim. Then you won't have that problem of over tightening. Just load the blade, close the doors, quarter turn a twist in place, and you're all set. There are some advantages to a twist to open in that regard. So yeah, I just think that I don't think I've ever over tightened a three-piece razor, and I haven't experienced any of those problems. But again, I'll put it out to the viewers. What say you? Comment below. Let us know what your experiences are with three-piece razors in snugging them up and tightening them up. What's your routine or your practice to care for your three-piece razor when you're loading a blade and when you're tightening it up, snugging it up? Let us know in the comments below. Really interested in seeing some of the comments and revisiting this maybe in a refill in the coming weeks. So thanks very much for that question and that topic of discussion, Gary. Really do appreciate it. Okay, so this next question comes from viewer Corey LeBlanc. And Corey writes, "Hi, Mark. I've been an avid viewer and wet shaver of my face for years. I absolutely love the feeling, experience, and sense of a proper face shave. Lately, I've been thinking of extending the ritual to my head. I have a full head of hair, but think it could be a good experience to shave my head and keep it shaved. I think it would be fun to have a new canvas to extend the hobby to, and think it's the coolest look on others, but I'm not so sure about myself since my hair is still full. Do you have any thoughts or words of encouragement for someone with a full head of hair that is thinking about shaving it? Thanks, Corey." Corey, yeah, I do. I can give you some thoughts on that. And let me first say that for the longest time, I had a fringe of hair all the way around that I kind of kept closely cropped. And viewers of this channel, encouraged me to finally do a full head shave, which I did. I think I did that at the 3,000 subscriber mark. And I've never looked back. I think it was just the greatest thing to do. And it's been a wonderful experience. And there is a little bit of a learning curve there. So let's go over a couple of the things that you'll have to encounter if you do a full head shave. The first thing is maintenance. I'm shaving my head every 2 days. And I find that I have to keep up that ritual of shaving my head every 2 days. That seems to work for me. I'm sure that other folks who shave their head have a different schedule based on their hair growth and their schedule and demands of day-to-day life, that sort of thing. Some of them may be shaving their head every single day, every other day, maybe every third day, again, depending on how their hair grows and how it looks for them and that sort of thing. Me, every 2 days. I'll extend it a third day if I'm going to do a review of a new razor for a head shave, just to get that little extra day's growth. But I really don't like that third day's growth. It just starts feeling scraggly for me, just like 3 days worth of growth on my face kind of feels scraggly. Same kind of feel. So it's a great feeling to finally shave it off. But yeah, I would say the first thing is maintenance. You got to get into a routine to do it. I would say the second thing also, and this is something I'm very aware of, is, nicks, cuts, and bumps. I always try to keep my head shaves on the mild side using a mild razor. I have tried to go more aggressive, and I've had disastrous results. I think you've seen me do some Monday morning mailbags where I've had a pretty good nick on my head because I tried doing a head shave with an adjustable razor at a higher setting. For me, mild. And I would say also, anyone starting to do a head shave, I would say start mild and work your way up. So that's kind of my approach. Get into a routine and start off with a mild razor and a mild approach. Also, slickness. Slickness of a good slick lather, that is so important. The slicker, the better. You can use something like Cremo as a pre-shave, or you can even use Cremo by itself if you want to, if you're first starting out. You might want to start out with a cartridge razor. Now, I don't think cartridge razors are as close as safety razors, but they are a little easier and a lot faster to use. I find myself sometimes, and I've mentioned this before, I've done this in the past, using a cartridge razor in the shower with something like a Cremo to do a quick head shave because my schedule doesn't permit me maybe to do an evening head shave. And that seems to work okay. However, again, I don't think it's as good or as close as a head shave for me. The other thing I also have to be careful of too is making sure that slick lather is there and not being rinsed off, by the shower head, because I have gotten a little bit of irritation, a little bit of razor burn by pressing too hard and perhaps not having enough protection in place there. But yeah, make sure you have a good slick lather, good protection. Make sure you get into a routine of doing that head shave, whatever fits for you, whatever looks good for you, whether it's every day or every other day or every third day, anything like that. And the other thing also that I became very, very aware of is bumping my head. Believe it or not, I've bumped my head a couple of times on low door frames and that sort of thing. And I have really, really gotten some really bad bumps and bruises and cuts on the back of my head and the side of my head, that sort of thing. And it's very unsightly. At least if you bump your head with a full head of hair, no one really knows. I mean, you've injured yourself there, but no one, and you got to be careful, but no one knows that you've bumped your head. So that's the other thing that I have to be aware of because I don't have any, because I got a bald head. That is something I'm always aware of. So I would say those things. Just get into a routine. Start with a mild razor. kind of learn the ropes. If you feel that you're not, if you feel that you are feel a little shy in using a safety razor to begin with, well then yeah, give a cartridge razor a try and then kind of move up to a safety razor, and just know that it's going to be a different kind of feel. You're going to want to use a light touch and let the razor do all the work, as I always say. Again, I just did a head shave the other day with the Fatip Piccolo. This was a nice, mild razor for a head shave. This was terrific. I'm putting that review together now, doing the editing. This was absolutely wonderful. Again, the weight of the razor did all the work, and it was a nice, mild razor for my head shave. As I mentioned before, the Henson, boy, this was great for a head shave. Is great for a head shave. I've used it in the past. Been absolutely terrific for a head shave. The Icon X3 is another one that has just been absolutely great for a head shave. This one, as one reviewer wrote, and this bears repeating, you will be hard pressed to try to nick yourself with this. That's how mild this is. It is really mild. Yes, it has some nice efficiency. You have to use strict technique in order to hit that shaving angle and get that blade feel. But boy, it is absolutely terrific. And yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it there regarding mild razors, some of the ones that I have here. There are others, but that's what I have laid out here. And really, that's just it. Routine, good slickness, and maintenance. Those are the things to consider in doing a head shave. Okay, so Corey responded after we went back and forth, and he kind of wrapped things up by saying, "Hi, Mark. Thanks for the advice on using a slick lather and having cartridge razors on hand. With my face shave, I often use Cremo as a pre-shave, so I'm thinking using that on my scalp as a pre-shave on the first pass would be good as well. I was thinking that if I shave my head, I should commit to it for a couple of weeks or a month or so before deciding whether the shaved head look and routine is for me. It would be easy for me to do it once, then talk myself out of regular shaves because I'm not used to the look, and shaving would be the most time-consuming the first times as I learn how to do it. It might take some time to get adjusted to the look and routine, and I'm thinking that if I do shave my head, I should give it the good old college try before deciding whether it's for me. Thanks for all the info, and I look forward to Monday morning mailbag. Corey. Corey, the other thing I can add here is that in losing my hair very early as a young man, and I lost my hair when I was, gee whiz, I started losing my hair during my college days. And by the time I was out of college, the hair was falling out in record time. And by the time I was in my late 20s, early 30s, it was gone. And I just progressively shaved it more and more and more and more. I was going to a barber, but I realized, gee whiz, what a waste of money. I'm paying him the same amount for somebody with a full head of hair, and he's not really doing much work in cutting my hair. And that's when I decided to get an electric clipper and start just taking it down myself. And over time, I decided to take it down to where it was just closely cropped. So I think that because of that, that gradual shaving of the head, so to speak, just a gradual process of seeing my head over a period of time emerge in the bald state is a little easier for me to accept. I think that if you go from full hair to bald, I think it could be, there's a big contrast there, obviously. But I think you're right. I think that if you do shave your head and you stay with it for a good period of time, you will be accustomed to the look. And I think that friends and family are going to look at you and say, "Wow, what did you do?" Some might say that they love it, and others, maybe not so much. I had a good friend who was losing his hair, and he decided that, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and shave my head and be done with it. And he shaved his head completely, and he showed his wife, and she said, "I love it." And that's all it took for him. And ever since then, he's maintained, a chrome dome, a bald head look. And it took me a little more time to actually do the full head shave. And I had friends, my buddy Steve Gross. Hi, Steve. Steve has been telling me for years, Mark, you got to shave your head. You got to shave your head. You got to do it. And I don't know. Okay. That fringe there was my security blanket. It was thicker. It was a little bit thicker. And then I started to just shave it down a little more and get it more closely cropped. And he would say, you know what? You're already there. You might as well just shave the whole thing off. And he had been shaving his hair, his full head for years. And with his encouragement and the encouragement of viewers, I decided to finally do it. And I'm glad I did. However, again, it was over a period of time, and the change in my look was gradual, so I accepted it over a period of time. So when I finally did a full head shave, it wasn't a big contrast. It was just a little bit of fringe that I was getting rid of. So yeah, just be prepared for the big contrast, I would think. But yeah, I you know what? Whatever you decide to do, I wish you luck. And I think you're approaching it reasonably. I really do. That if you decide to do it, you're going to give it a time. You're going to give it some time and actually, take a good look at it and see if the look is good for you. See if you can keep up with the routine, with the maintenance. Just be aware of, don't nick yourself, don't cut yourself, because, they can get kind of unsightly. But once you get into the routine and you understand how to shave your head and you have good technique with a safety razor, boy, you get some great shaves. And understand also that a cartridge razor can be very useful at times as well. And I have found that as well. Again, with a cartridge razor, I don't think I get as close of a shave as I do with a safety razor, but there are times where it does come in rather handy. So yeah, you know what? Let us know how you progress with that and let us know how it goes. I wish you a lot of luck. I think, it is a great hobby. And you know what? I will say this, because I shave my head, and I get to shave twice a day. I'll shave my face in the morning and then I'll shave my head in the evening. And it's great just to get another shave soap, get another aftershave, another balm, try out a different razor, mild razor, different blade, that sort of thing. It's great. It really is. And I try to make time for that evening head shave. I really do. And matter of fact, I'm probably going to do it again tonight as well. Because I think I'm due. But good luck with that, Corey. Let us know how things progress. Really do appreciate the nice words about Monday Morning Mailbag. And again, good luck and let us know how it progresses. Thanks for the question. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great shaving gear. Check out VikingsBlade.com for some great shaving gear. Check out Global Shave Clubs International for some great shaving gear. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marks80, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.